Began at the Al Hussein Teaching Hospital in the southern city of Nasiriyah. The Prime Minister has ordered the suspension and arrest of a number of people, including the hospital manager.
The dead laid outside Al Hussein Hospital in Nasiriyah. Some have been identified, others have not, as anxious people continue their search for loved ones. This just the latest disaster to hit Iraq. The catastrophe that occurred tonight is a tragedy, and I'm speechless. It looks like Iraq again has to suffer anguish and calamities. The fire swept through a new ward treating more than 60 people for COVID-19. It's still unclear how it started. Some officials claim an oxygen tank exploded, while others point to an electrical short circuit. Whatever the cause, the damage is plain for all to see. Medical staff continue to treat the survivors, but questions are already being asked. This is the second time this year a fire has killed coronavirus patients at an Iraqi hospital. People here are angry and want to know why.
Well, for more on that, I'm now joined by journalist Farid Farid in Baghdad. Farid, any updates on what has happened there?
Yeah, the latest toll we have from medical sources at the Forensic Science Department is 64, but feared more are dead, people still buried under the charred rubble, and around 100 wounded. So we started off with around 20 last night, and now that's tripled in the last 12 hours. So more are expected to come out of the rubble in charred corpses.
So, any more indications of what exactly may have been the cause there?
Yeah, our sources have told us that it was started with an explosion of an oxygen canister. And it really is a lethal mix with the heat wave, electricity cuts, which are rampant in this time of the year, and faulty wiring, all contributes to this lethal cocktail where an explosion just kills so many people instantly.
But Farid, we saw a similar fire and explosion at a hospital in April already. Have the authorities done anything, and have they done enough to improve safety at hospitals?
No, well, clearly not, because last April, when that tragedy happened in Baghdad's hospital, the Prime Minister at the time, who is currently embattled heading before an election in October, and really his political capital is on the line, he had ordered at the time that all fire systems, electrical systems, or all safety measures across all of Iraq's hospitals, not just Baghdad, be checked upon and regularly maintained. That clearly hasn't happened in this case. For a COVID patient to go in and to come out dead is really a calamity that embodies what's happening in Iraq at the moment.
Tell us briefly, how is the COVID-19 situation in Iraq at the moment?
It's been spiking again. Lax measures. I think there's trepidation and skepticism regarding the vaccines. There's only 1% that have been fully inoculated in a country of 40 million, one of the biggest countries in the Middle East, close to Iran, that has been ravaged by the coronavirus as well. All of that has contributed to around 8,000, 9,000 cases a day. And you've had more than 1.4 million cases in total since the pandemic has started. So we're seeing Iraq is battling with its ailing infrastructure. The health system especially is dilapidated over many decades of corruption. Officials have been blamed, especially today, that corona just adds to its woes.
Journalist Farid Farid in Baghdad there for us. Many thanks.